Welcome to Achieving Financial Freedom Solo. First, we will explore how transitioning from shared living to a solo apartment can improve well-being while maintaining strong financial discipline. Next, we will walk through a blueprint for maximizing wealth accumulation on a $3,500 monthly take-home income with zero debt. Finally, we will outline concrete steps, tools, and decision frameworks to help you stay on track. Before we dive in, here is a brief disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only and is not financial, tax, or legal advice. Please do your own research and consult a qualified professional to evaluate your specific situation. Here is the roadmap. First, we will confirm your current context and constraints. Next, we will outline a practical monthly budget that supports about 40% savings. Then, we will compare Roth and traditional IRA choices. After that, we will set up sinking funds for irregular costs and discuss the real price of adopting a pet. Subsequently, we will use diagrams and timelines to anchor milestones. Finally, we will test your knowledge with short quizzes and close with a crisp recap. Let us confirm your starting point. Your pre-tax income is approximately $54,500 per year, translating to about $3,500 in monthly take-home pay. You carry no student loans, no credit card balances, and no car payments, which is a powerful advantage. You aim to deploy aggressive savings and investment while living solo in an apartment. With this context, we can prioritize savings and maintain a realistic, resilient budget. First, the foundation. Being debt-free gives you a runway. Your cash flow is not diverted to interest payments, which allows you to redirect dollars into assets such as broad market index funds, a high-yield savings account, and retirement accounts. As guardrails, keep any credit cards on automatic payment in full and watch for lifestyle creep as you enjoy solo living. Moreover, build an emergency buffer with a baseline high-yield savings account of $5,000 before making major lifestyle changes. Next, here is a sample monthly budget using $3,500 of take-home income. Savings to a high-yield savings account is $800. Savings to a Roth IRA is $600. Which you should adjust to meet the current IRS annual limit. Rent is set at $1,000 as a placeholder and should be adjusted to your local market. Utilities are $120. Internet is $50. Phone is $30. Groceries are $350. Transportation is $75. Our insurance sinking fund is $63 to cover $375 every 6 months. Miscellaneous is $362 for flexible spending. Total expenses excluding savings are $2,050. Total savings are $1,400, which is approximately 40% of take-home pay. The grand total is $3,450, leaving a $50 buffer for minor slippage. Please tune these numbers to your actual prices. Moving on, let us turn your savings into a powerhouse. Automate transfers on payday so that your high-yield savings account and your Roth IRA are funded first. Each year, perform an annual checkup and adjust your Roth IRA monthly contribution if the IRS limit changes. Prioritize tax-advantaged growth and allow compounding to work over decades. Additionally, protect your savings rate by reshopping recurring bills such as internet, phone, and insurance annually to offset inflation. Now let us compare Roth and traditional IRAs. With a Roth IRA, contributions are made after tax. Growth is tax-free, and qualified withdrawals in retirement are tax-free. This is often favored for lower current tax brackets. It also allows withdrawal of contributions under certain rules. With a traditional IRA, contributions may be tax-deductible, growth is tax-deferred, and withdrawals in retirement are taxed as income. This can be better if your current tax bracket is higher than your expected future bracket. Deductibility can depend on whether you or your spouse are covered by a workplace plan and your income level. Research current limits and phase-outs before choosing. Next, set up your system. Open a high-yield savings account and schedule automatic transfers on payday. Set a monthly Roth IRA contribution that aligns with the current IRS annual limit. Create sinking funds for car insurance, medical costs, travel, gifts, and potential pet expenses. Build a $5,000 baseline emergency fund and then expand to 3 to 6 months of expenses. Track your budget with one app or spreadsheet and reconcile weekly in about 10 minutes. Review the budget quarterly and reallocate from overfunded categories to underfunded ones. Now, examine the cash flow flowchart. It begins with payday. From payday, the first branch routes to fixed bills such as rent, utilities, and internet or phone. Simultaneously, funds route to savings first, specifically the high-yield savings account and the Roth IRA. After fixed bills are paid, funds flow to variable essentials like groceries and transportation. From there, allocations go to sinking funds for car insurance, medical, travel, gifts, and a potential pet category. Finally, remaining dollars go to discretionary spending, labeled miscellaneous, with a small buffer of about $50 accounted for. This visual ensures priorities are executed in the correct order automatically. Meanwhile, consider the real cost of adopting a pet. One-time setup costs include adoption fees, a crate, a bed, a litter box if needed, vaccines, and microchipping. Ongoing costs include food, litter or waste bags, flea, tick, or heartworm medications, toys, and grooming. Predictable annual costs include routine veterinary visits, shots, and licensing. Unpredictable costs include emergency veterinarian bills that can range from hundreds to thousands of dollars. Therefore, build a dedicated pet sinking fund before adoption and increase the size of your emergency fund accordingly. Next, the Milestones timeline shows quarterly checkpoints over 12 months. In Quarter 1, build the $5,000 baseline emergency fund. In Quarter 2, fully fund the car insurance sinking fund and ensure all automations are running. In Quarter 3, increase the Roth IRA monthly contribution to stay on pace for the current IRS annual limit. In Quarter 4, grow the emergency fund toward 3 to 6 months of expenses and review whether you are ready to adopt a pet. These checkpoints maintain momentum and provide decision gates. Quiz time. The question is, if your car insurance premium is $375 every 6 months, how much should you set aside each month in a sinking fund? The options are $31.25, $62.50, $75, and $52. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is $62.50. Divide $375 by 6 months to get $62.50 per month. This method makes the expense simple, predictable, and stress-free. Here is the next question. On a $3,500 monthly take-home income, contributing roughly 40% to savings equals how much per month? The options are $1,200, $1,400, $1,600, and $1,050. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is $1,400. 40% of $3,500 is $1,400. Automating this contribution ensures consistency. Now view the budget allocation pie chart. Savings are about 40% or $1,400. Fixed bills consume approximately 34%, combining rent at $1,000 with utilities at $120 and internet or phone at $80. Variable essentials are around 12%, with groceries at $350 and transportation at $75. Sinking funds currently show about 2% for car insurance. Miscellaneous or discretionary spending is around 10% at $362. Finally, a 2% buffer of $50 provides slack for small overruns. Finally, let us address mindset. Define your lane as solo living with zero debt and a high savings rate. Mute the noise, because other people's rents, cars, or vacations do not fund your goals. Track your own compounding gains monthly to reinforce progress. Protect your joy by budgeting small treats without allowing them to sabotage your goals. Here are the key takeaways. Zero debt combined with aggressive savings accelerates independence. Automate high-yield savings and Roth IRA contributions on payday. Revisit the Roth versus traditional decision annually based on your tax bracket. Use sinking funds for irregular bills and potential pet costs. Hold at least $5,000 in your high-yield savings account before major lifestyle changes. Keep groceries, transportation, and miscellaneous spending realistic. Stop comparing and measure your own milestones. In summary, confirm your baseline of $3,500 in monthly take-home pay with zero debt. Aim for roughly 40% savings by automating your high-yield savings account and Roth IRA. Choose your IRA strategy by comparing Roth and traditional under current limits. Fund sinking categories early for insurance, medical costs, a potential pet, and travel. Reach a $5,000 emergency fund and then build to 3 to 6 months. Review quarterly and increase contributions when possible. Thank you for watching. If this blueprint helped, please like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more content. In the comments, tell us your next move. Boosting your high-yield savings account, increasing your Roth contribution, or starting a pet fund.